How's it going, everybody? This is Cameron White with White Light. This is Cameron White with White Light Astrology. Giving you guys your forecast for Wednesday, February 1st until Monday, February 6th, I believe. I'll double check. We'll get to that. Anyway, we got a pretty interesting week going on. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. Let's just dive into it. Sun's in Aquarius. This has been some interesting energy because it's totally out of left field. It's today on Wednesday the 1st, it's going to be sextiling the moon in Aries. That's a really... Moon in Aries right now, I just got done doing a video about the whole Uranus and Aries thing. However, we got Venus, Mars, Moon, and Uranus all conjunct. So right now, putting that emotional charge and that emotional energy to what you want to create for yourself, to how you want to be, to putting, like, being a leader of self, putting yourself first and making sure that you are in charge of your life. That's what really this whole Uranus and Aries is all about. And today, with the moon going into Aries, it's going to be going over Uranus. This is a time to put that emotional involvement into it. Get real with yourself. You know, it's Wednesday, hump day, time to start something new, I guess. Why not? This is the time to put that emotional involvement right there. And now that we have Mars in Aries, Mars just went to Aries on Monday, or actually over the weekend. It's time to go do it now. With Mars in Pisces over the past couple weeks, it's been really slow. It's been really challenging, really distracted. Mars in Aries, it's go time. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We got Mars and Venus conjunct too. This is going to be doing things that you love. And with Venus still in Pisces, this is still things that bring you inspiration, that are intuitive, that are, you know, in alignment with who you are on the deeper end. Like, I always relate to Pisces as like destiny energy. It's the 12th house. It's the last house it's the last sign of the zodiac. Like, what's really going on? What's really the big picture? And Venus right there, it's bringing a lot of joy, a lot of love to the emotional charge that you can get when you're tapped into Source or God, whatever it is that you believe. It doesn't even matter as far as astrology is concerned, but this is what Venus is highlighting. It's bringing a lot of love to this. And Mars right now is acting on that love. Mars is like, I'm feeling good right now. Even though Venus is in Pisces, they're on two different spectrums. Venus is in the dark, Mars is in the light. Venus is really like highlighting a lot of that end of Pisces energy, that last deacon, all that kind of stuff coming into Aries. And Mars is just, it's time to go, it's time to get it done, put the emotional involvement there, and you're good. And the sun is totally sextiling it too. This is a good time to not necessarily wear your heart on your sleeve, as in like, you know, oh, me, poor me, or anything like that, but more of like, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I feel good about doing, this is where my emotions are at, and I'm going to act upon them. I'm going to talk to people about it, because it's also trining Jupiter and Libra, all about bringing the relationships to the aspect. So with that sun being there, use that as your initial energy through Monday. Connect with people. Don't be afraid to show your emotions about what you really want, what you really want to create for yourself. It's gonna be a really interesting Monday. We still got Mercury squaring Moon, squaring Uranus, and Pluto's right there too. It's a big transformative energy going on with that. With Mercury and Capricorn squaring all this stuff, it's a little bit hard to kind of get yourself on that same page of like, oh wow, this is what I'm doing. Oh wow, I am capable of doing what it is that I want to do, and I am capable of going out and accomplishing what goals that I want to accomplish, or changing my beingness the way that I want to. And with Mercury and Capricorn, don't be too hard on yourself. Mercury, Capricorn is kind of like that boss. Like, I always refer to them as like the CEO. Capricorn, he's there to just get shit done, and Mercury is like really clear in communication. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't just be in a place of acceptance of what you really want to do, and just go for it. Don't let the things beat you up. And then with Mars and Venus conjunct, they're squaring Saturn too. That it's going to be a really big test of what are you doing. Do you enjoy it? Is this where you want to go? With Saturn and Sagittarius, the whole lesson is, are you doing and where are you going where you want to go? Are you setting yourself up to have a more successful future? Are you really pushing the limits and pushing the boundaries that you've set yourself in order to accomplish what really, fuels your fire, what really gets you going in life? So that's what Monday's looking like. And then, this kind of a trine, the squared energy is going to be going on into Tuesday or into Thursday, and then the moon will go over Uranus on Tuesday. That's going to be that emotional involvement, that electricity. It's going to be still opposing Jupiter and Libra, so don't get too don't get too center focused. Be able to, whatever it is that you're doing, don't be afraid to involve other people in your vision, in what you want to create that is more in that's more for yourself. Use the relationships that serve you, that are going to take you farther, that are going to take you higher, that will create a win-win situation. This is the time to do that and put that emotional energy there. And if a relationship comes up that's not working out, don't emphasize it in your emotions. It's just hey, if it's in alignment with you, great, use it, keep going with it. If it's not in alignment, don't be afraid to cut it. Don't be afraid to, get over all this kind of stuff, because we still got Pluto square Jupiter and Libra. Cut away the relationships that aren't there to build you a foundation, that aren't there to solidify whatever it is that you want to create. Going into Friday, the moon will be in Taurus. This will be interesting. It's going to be sextiling Neptune in Pisces. It's going to be trining Pluto in Capricorn, and yeah, what else is going on? The Saturn square Mars will end. However, Saturn will still be squaring Venus. Venus goes into Aries. That's going to be crazy, because this Venus retrograde in Aries is already showing signs of fruition of what's going to be going on. I'll be doing a video about that later on as we get more towards that time. However, now that Mars is just conjuncting Venus, it's not squaring Saturn. Like, what we just talked about going into Wednesday and Thursday, if you're in alignment with what you're doing, with where you're going, if it's where you want to go, and that you're doing, like, if your actions are proving to yourself that you are doing what you need to be doing where you want, like, and going where you want to be going, then you're going to be set. Mars is going to have a lot of clean space going into that until it starts squaring Pluto and Mercury, but that's going to be later on. Moon will be in Taurus, highlighting a lot of emotions of wanting to build security, wanting to build stability. It's going to be sextiling Neptune in Pisces. This is going to be like, use the Neptune Pisces energy, guys. Like, Neptune and Pisces is all about fantasy, dreams, all that kind of stuff. It can rule the bad side of that too, like living in a fantasy and not living in reality. But when it comes to Moon and Taurus, which Taurus is just like, to me, it's a fixed sign and it's a earth sign, so it's very easy to, it's a very good law of attraction sign, a very good manifesting planet or manifesting sign. And with this sextiling Neptune and Pisces, don't be like, don't go into, if you're in a social situation, for example, like, don't go drinking or do drugs to, overcome what emotions come up for you. Use this sextile energy to, like, really envision what you want to create. Use the fantasy, the illusion of it, the emotional inspiration and intuitive part of you to do it. And with this moon in trining Pluto, I think it's going to be a nice little moon in Taurus. Even though it's squaring the sun, moon square the sun, it's kind of like you're doing this, but you're feeling that. This is what's really going on, but this is what's really, really going on. Like, and with the sun in Aquarius, it's wanting to bring about a lot of different things. And the moon in Taurus might be a little bit stubborn on what exactly it's feeling, what exactly it wants, and all that kind of good stuff. Don't give it that much energy. There's a lot of good energy with this moon. This is going to be on Friday. It's going to be trining Pluto. So use it to, if it's, you got something coming up for you that's where, like, you're doing this thing, but you're really feeling this, then Pluto's giving you that energy to really transform your emotions, to really give you, like, hey, you're choosing this. Otherwise, if you weren't choosing it, it wouldn't be happening. Pluto and Capricorn is really going to be like, hey, like, here you go. Like, if this is what's coming up for you, I got the energy for you to really change it and to shift and to transform. So that's what Friday's looking like. Let's see. Let's go into Saturday. Oh, we got a yod going on Saturday. Whoa. Saturn, Jupiter sextile going straight to the moon in Taurus, setting us up for that. That's going to be a lot, going back into Taurus being that master manifester, the building security, building stability, using your resources, all those type of things. This is where we're going to have Saturn making sure you're doing what you need to be doing, where you want to be going. Jupiter and Libra bringing the people that you need in your life in order to create that vision, and charging it onto your emotions. So it can be a big black and white of, oh my God, this really sucks, or oh my God, I am able to create what I want. And that's for you to decide. When we go into Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, keep that in mind. On Saturday, there's going to be some things coming up for you, and you get to decide on what you want. Are you going to, because Taurus, even though Taurus can be very reclusive. Taurus can, even though it loves people, it doesn't really want to be the center of attention. It's not really like, it doesn't really like those things. It likes nice relationships, like, a party and a kickback. Like, a kickback is a couple friends all having a good time, all Taurus energy. A party, Taurus is like, this isn't my place. With the moon right there highlighting all the emotions that go behind that, and that's the time to get grounded and the time to be like, all right, this is what I got everything I need. Let's put that emotional charge there and go for it. Yeah, and it'll still be trining Pluto and Mercury, so you'll definitely be great at communicating your emotions. And just work on, however, with the whole Mercury conjunct Pluto, trining the moon, really work on what are you communicating as far as your emotional energy, and work on how you can change it in order to get what you want. So, for example, you know, you're talking to someone, you're like, hey, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm working on creating, and they kind of take it in a weird way. Look at how you could, I shouldn't say manipulate your words, however, change and rephrase your words in order for it to come across better. That's really this whole Pluto-Mercury thing to me, is changing not only the mindset behind it and the inner dialogue, but just kind of rephrasing things, putting words in different areas in order for it to sound better, so the mind can pick it up a lot more easier. Sunday, moon's going into Gemini. This will be trining the sun. It'll be starting to form a trine to Jupiter. Like, hey man, everything's gravy. You have a little grand air trine going on. It's going to be sextiling Mars. Venus will be in Aries. Like, they're going to be conjunct. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Yeah, this Sunday is going to be a real big looking at all your options. Make sure you looking at all of your options, knowing what's more in alignment with you, and not getting too lost in the fantasy that we were just talking about. Because the moon will be squaring Neptune and Pisces. Moon's saying, hey, let's look at the facts. Let's look at, you know, let's be intellectual about it for a second. The moon and Neptune and Pisces like, yeah, let's kind of just daydream and not, you know, just kind of say, oh, whatever, like, it's fine, you know, it's just happening. This would be a good time to really, like, look at the big picture, not necessarily intellectualize it as, you know, you get over analytical and you start criticizing yourself, but more of like, what are my options? Who do I have there to support me? How can I be creative in this endeavor of whatever area of your life that you are wanting to work on, or however this is resonating for you. Look at how can you be creative as to go about it, like change your beingness. What kind of relationships do you have in order to support that goal? And looking at all your options as far as where you could invest your time, as far as your emotions and stuff like that. And especially with the moon sextiling Mars, is really focusing on what's going to be better for me. Where can I focus my time and energy in order to get the results that I really want? And then Monday we got the Grand Air Trine, and we'll be then going soon into the full moon, full moon in Leo. Yeah, sorry. Full moon in Leo, there'll be a Grand Cardinal Cross. Will be a Grand Cardinal? Yeah, Grand Cardinal Cross, and it's going to be a lunar eclipse. It's a really big deal going into this week. So make sure whatever's coming up for you, you're in alignment with what's going on. This Grand Air Trine, everything's going to be bueno, even though the moon's going to be opposing Saturn. So don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't get too far. Don't like blow off the small stuff, and don't overanalyze the small stuff. Find a good balance of getting the specific tasks that need to be done, and also, you know, being just making sure that you're not wasting your time, really. That's what this whole Saturn and Sagittarius thing, like, you're on the go. You got places to go. You got things to do. Don't waste your time on anything that you don't need to be wasting your time on. Moon will be sextiling Uranus. This will be a really nice electric charge for everybody, and it will be trining Jupiter, trining the Sun. They'll all be trining, making a fun little Grand Air Trine. Mars and Venus are still conjunct in Aries. Now we got all this Pisces energies finally out. We can actually get on with our lives and get done what we need to get done. And Mercury will be at 29 degrees Capricorn later on, probably in the day or the next day, going into Aquarius, and that's going to be another big shift. So that's basically what your horoscope's looking like, or I shouldn't say your horoscope. This is what your week and weekend's going to be looking like. So I'm sending you guys a lot of love, a lot of white light, of course, a lot of inspiration, any good energy that you honestly need. I'm sending it to you. If you'd like to book me for a reading, follow me on Facebook at White Light Astrology, or Instagram at White Light Astrology, all one word. And yeah, I will be seeing you sometime soon whenever I feel there is a need to make a video and let you guys know what is going on. So have a great weekend, and I will see you later.